hard for us to remember when we were simply a soul, hanging out in the universe, enjoying our experience, looking down at this planet Earth. And perhaps we would wonder, what would it be like to just slide down through time and space and the density of matter and arrive on this physical, vibrantly beautiful planet filled with light and color and sound and water and sunshine and all of these adventures wide open for us to experience in the physical form. Each of us guiding one another and walking side by side in community. What would that journey be like? Welcome to healing our souls. Good morning and welcome to Healing Our Souls. It is good to be with you today. Here we are. It is almost the end of 2016. We are about to begin a new year, and we are entering here in the United States a busy holiday season. Family gatherings and shopping and presents and events, deadlines, obligations. It is a busy time. And what we seem to hear often is this phrase, peace on earth, goodwill to all men, let everyone be happy. And I found myself this morning wondering, how do we actually talk about peace on earth as something that lasts all year long, as something that we feel and we operate from, and peace that flows through us. And so I thought we would perhaps reflect on that together for a few minutes today. So it doesn't feel very peaceful on earth right now. It doesn't feel harmonious or respectful or understanding. There is a lot of pain in our world at this time, and it's easy for us to focus on that and to want to go in and try to fix and save and make everything better. And what I have come to believe, what I understand about life, is that peace is an internal feeling. It is a centered, quiet, still place inside of each person. It's not something we can do outside of ourselves or fix or heal or put on somebody else. It's not a thing that is external. It's internal. It's inside each one of us. And so as I was reflecting on, this idea of peace on earth, what I most would want to say to any of you watching this video is it starts with you. Peace on earth is going to come from every single person finding stillness, finding a centered place from which love can come forward, moving the fear out of their experiences, out of their bodies, and then allowing love to replace that. That is where peace on earth will come from. And so as we talk about it, in a mind way, like peace on earth, everyone, peace on earth, what I would offer is it actually takes time and quiet space by yourself to feel it, to embody it. And if everyone starts creating a pause time to go in and to do that, I absolutely know that peace on earth is something we will see. My belief is it will happen in my lifetime, that before I die, peace on earth will be a real thing. It will be the way in which we all live. And how long will it take us to get there? I don't know. How long will it take for everyone to find peace within themselves? Could we do that in a few years, 10 years, 15? Yeah, I believe we could. But it takes a lot of people starting to do it and standing up and saying, oh, like this actually works. Like I feel happier, I feel peaceful. And when I feel that and I radiate it out to the people around me and they feel that, it's the swelling of stillness, of kindness, of love, of trust, of respect. It goes out, it becomes bigger, it becomes stronger. And that momentum that gets created from peace, from stillness, from each person going in, that is way stronger than fear. Way stronger than the chaos that currently exists in our world. But until everyone individually starts doing that, it looks like we have a long way to go. I don't believe we do. I think that change can happen very quickly, especially when it's coming from empowering people, with tools, with processes that they can use for themselves to feel better, to clear their patterns and their stories, and to feel more empowered. So I have a few suggestions, Viv's solutions to peace on earth. The first would be take one night, one afternoon before the end of the year and create time just for yourself. So journal, read, reflect, look back at this past year and look at the things you did well, look at the things you didn't do well, in your opinion. See what you would change for next year, or what habits do you need to shift so that you can feel calmer. If you are someone who has a lot of emotion and you don't know what to do with it, and so you tend to throw it out at other people, maybe one of the things you look at is how could you process your own emotions yourself? How could you control your anger or control your disappointment, that you project at other people? How do you work through that so that you are kinder in 2017? And then make that an intention for yourself and do your best to stick to that, to be that person. For me, meditation is such a beautiful answer. When I sit and I make peace with my mind, I slow down my mind and I give my body a break and I let myself just rest, and my body, my soul, my mind come into this quiet alignment. I get really clear on what it is that I want to do, on what I want to create, on who I need to reach out to, on where I need to repair things, where I have emotions that perhaps need to be expressed or just need to be released. Meditation gives me that information. And so then I can work in a clearer way in this world. I can bring my best self forward. For you, that might be prayer. It might be yoga. It might be, as my husband says, going to the gym, right? Going to the gym is his prayer time. It's when his body and his soul can just come together and work in harmony. And then energy moves and blocks get cleared. It may be walking outside. Find those ways that you can bring peace into your experience, that you can be more peaceful, you can live your life in a really steady, easy, consistent way. Because when you can land like that, when you can feel really grounded, really steady, when you feel emotions and they come up, but you move through them. You don't throw them out. You don't project them. You don't hold them in and then get resentful. When things can just come and move through you, then you are able to be present with all of the people in your life that you want to support. And these communities build, they ripple out where peace is the norm. It's the norm. It's the way that we treat each other. It's the way that we feel. It's how we spend our time and our days. And as those communities grow, as that energy, that momentum of peace spreads, this world will change. So it's not going to come from a big governmental system changing or organizations swooping in and saving the day. I don't believe that's how peace on earth will form, will change. I believe it's going to come from every individual taking responsibility for themselves, finding processes and practices that bring peace into your life every day, consistently. That is how peace on earth will happen. And when it does, it is going to be amazing. And I already feel the potential of that. I feel the direction that we are headed. You know, it's easy to get caught up in the news about the bad things that are happening and the pain that we see in so many people. I believe that that pain is real. And I also believe that there is support around to move that through and then to allow people to find peace again. For us to shift our focus, our attention from feeling bad and feeling angry and feeling powerless to feeling calm and feeling clear and feeling empowered to create the lives that we want. And it begins with every individual. So there's lots of ways that you can start to practice peace on earth, but just begin, just begin. That would be my plea to everyone at this time of year, is find ways to start being peaceful, to feel it, to embody it. If you are looking for some community ways that we do that, we have a community meditation call every Sunday that I host. It's super easy. You call in and the lines are all muted, and then I guide you through a process and we move out the old stories. We feel whatever the heaviness is and we move it out, and then we find a space of peace again. And when you create these consistent practices, you can do that once a week. You can do your own meditation every week. You can do your own prayer every week, every day. Those practices become habits, and then this peaceful feeling becomes the normal way to feel. Yeah. Peace on earth. That is what I wish for everyone, even if there are bumpy, stressful, difficult days and loss and darkness. There is still peace underneath all of that. I was listening to the song Imagine by John Lennon, and I printed the words out and I forgot to bring it with me. But if you have time and you can listen to that song, I'll put a link in the comments. The lyrics of what John Lennon saw for our future, Imagine there's a world where we all are one humanity, where there are no boundaries, there are no countries, possessions aren't a thing, hunger, greed, it's not even a thing. We are this one collective humanity that supports each other, that spreads love, healing. He saw that. He wrote that the year I was born, 1971. He saw that 45 years ago. And look at all that has happened since then. It is a possibility. I know we can create that. And so we begin where we begin, with ourselves, inside. And that takes time, and it takes consistent practice. So I wish you peace, and I wish you love. And I wish all of us just an amazing end of 2016 and a beautiful 2017. So much love.